I've lived long enough to bury friends, raise children, and watch grandchildren grow. And somewhere along the way, I noticed something no one warned me about. The people I loved started visiting less, calling less, sitting with me less, not because they stopped caring, but because of me, because of habits I didn't even know I had. Today, I want to talk about 13 habits that creep into old age, habits that quietly push people away. I'm not here to judge. I've been guilty of most of these myself. I'm here because someone should have told me sooner. Habit 1 is constant complaining. Pain is real in old age. The knees ache, sleep is hard, the world feels louder and faster, and it's natural to want someone to know. But when every conversation begins and ends with what hurts, people start to dread picking up the phone. They love you, but they feel helpless. And helpless, over and over, becomes exhausting. On-screen text, complaining once is sharing. Complaining always is a wall. Try this. Before you speak about what's wrong, say one thing that went right today. Even something small. Even the coffee. Habit 2 is giving unsolicited advice. We've lived through things they haven't. We know things. And it feels like love to warn them, to guide them, to prevent the mistakes we made. But advice that wasn't asked for doesn't feel like love. It feels like doubt. It says without words, I don't trust your judgment. Wisdom offered uninvited is criticism in disguise. Wait to be asked. And when you are asked, speak briefly. They'll come back for more when they feel respected, not lectured. Habit 3 is living in the past. The past is where we are rich. We have stories, memories, a whole world that younger people can barely imagine. And those stories matter. But when every conversation turns back to 1974, or to how things used to be, or to people who are gone, it becomes lonely for the person sitting across from you. They can't go there with you. Not really. Honor the past, but live in the present. That's where your people are. Habit 4 is repeating the same stories. We've all done this. Sometimes we forget we've told it. Sometimes a story just means so much to us that it bears repeating. But to the person hearing it for the 12th time, it sends a quiet, unintended message. You're not really listening to me. You're just a stage for my memories. Before you tell a story, try asking, have I told you this one? It shows you see them. It keeps the story fresh. Habit 5 is resisting change. Loudly. Change is hard, especially when you've built a whole life around what worked. But there's a difference between finding change difficult and announcing repeatedly that everything new is wrong. When we resist change loudly, we make the people who live in this new world feel like they're wrong for living in it. We make the gap between us wider. On-screen text, curiosity keeps you young, contempt makes you old. You don't have to love the new, but try to stay curious about it. Ask them to show you. Let them be the expert for once. Habit 6 is using guilt as a tool. I don't know how much time I have left. I just hope someone visits before I'm gone. After everything I did for you. I understand where these words come from. Loneliness, fear, love that doesn't know how else to ask. But guilt doesn't draw people closer. It makes them feel like failures before they even arrive. Ask plainly for what you need. People respond to honesty better than to pressure. Try. I've been lonely this week. Would you come by? That's brave. That's connective. That they can answer. Habit 7 is comparing the young to a harder past. In my day, we walked 5 miles to school. We didn't have therapy. We just got on with it. Young people today don't know what hard is. Here's the truth. Every generation has its hardships. Theirs just look different. And when we dismiss their struggles by measuring them against ours, they stop sharing those struggles with us. On-screen text, the goal isn't to win the suffering contest, it's to understand each other. Habit 8 is negativity about health as a constant topic. Health naturally becomes more central as we age. Medications, appointments, symptoms, these are real and legitimate concerns. But when health is the only topic, every visit becomes a medical report. People begin to feel less like family or friends, and more like caregivers who haven't signed up for the job. On-screen text, talk about your health, but also talk about your life. What are you reading? What made you laugh this week? What are you still curious about? Those questions keep you alive in other people's eyes. Habit 9 is refusing help, then suffering loudly. Pride, stubborn, beautiful, maddening pride. We don't want to be a burden. We don't want to seem weak. So we say, I'm fine, and then quietly suffer. And then mention the suffering in ways that make people feel guilty for believing us when we said we were fine. This is confusing for the people who love us. They don't know what's real. Let people help. It's a gift to them, not just to you. Habit 10 is losing your sense of humor. Somewhere along the way, some of us get heavy. Everything becomes serious. Every joke gets a correction. Every lightness gets a lesson attached to it. Humor is a bridge. It says, I'm still here. I'm still me. Come sit with me and let's laugh at this strange life together. The funniest people I know are old people who never forgot how to laugh at themselves. That's magnetic. That's life. On-screen text, don't lose the lightness. It's part of who you are. Habit 11 is making every visit feel like an obligation. Sometimes, without meaning to, we turn love into a ledger. We track who came last. We note how long they stayed. We mention when it's been a while. And every visit, instead of being a joy, starts to feel like a debt being paid. When people feel judged every time they come less. Make your home a place people want to return to, not report to. Greet them like their presence is a gift, because it is. Habit 12 is catastrophizing and fearfulness. The world can feel more dangerous as we age. Our bodies are more vulnerable. News feels louder. And our protective instincts toward the people we love can transform into constant warnings, worst-case scenarios, and expressed fears about everything they do. But constant fear is contagious and exhausting, and it can make people feel like they can't share their real lives without triggering alarm. Trust them. They need your faith more than your fear. Habit 13 is forgetting to be interested in their lives. This one is the quiet one, the one hiding underneath all the others. We talk about our health, our memories, our worries, our advice, but we forget to ask, how are you really? What are you hoping for? What's hard for you right now? People stay close to those who make them feel seen, not just loved, seen. On-screen text, the greatest gift you can give someone is your genuine curiosity about their life. Ask one real question next time, and then listen, fully, without steering it back to you. That one habit, just that one, can change everything. I'm not sharing these things to make anyone feel ashamed. I'm sharing them because I wish someone had sat me down 30 years ago and said, the way you show love matters as much as the love itself. Growing old is not the problem. Growing old without awareness, that's what costs us the people we need most. You don't have to change everything. Pick one habit, just one, and try gently to do it differently. The people in your life will feel it. I promise you, they will feel it. It's not too late. It's never too late while you're still here. Which of these resonated with you? Share this with someone you love at any age. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below.